Very rarely, in my opinion, do you come in as a rookie running back and make the kind of impact that Dameon Pierce is making. Now, don't let the Saquon Barkley Fest of 2018 or even Najee Harris of last year fool you, or even Zeke in 2016, where he probably had the greatest situation for any rookie running back ever. It's a very, very hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do at any position as a rookie, to come in and dominate. But Dameon Pierce is doing it on arguably the worst team in the league. It's not just like he comes in and has Odell Shepherd and Eli Manning like Barkley did, or Big Ben and Deontay like Najee did, or that powerhouse brick wall on steroids of an offensive line that Dallas had for Zeke. Pierce is on the worst team in the league. Let's just call it like that. With one of the most dysfunctional organizations in years past, but he's great. I'm talking Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb great. And I'd argue those are the two best running backs in the league. When you carry the ball 27 times against a team like Philadelphia, while even being down for the second half of the game, there is a huge reason. And let me tell you exactly what I mean. Dameon Pierce has never averaged under 4.7 yards a carry in college. And yes, I know that is college football. You know, some would say NFL Junior, NFL D-League, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, he is averaging just under that in the NFL at 4.6 yards per carry, which is 0.1 points above the league average for all of the teams combined. So for one, he gets everything out of the carries he's given. That is the secret sauce for the most part. Why is Pierce so good so early, and why do I consider him a top running back already? Nobody can tackle him. That's pretty simple. That's it right there. Nobody can tackle him. At this point in time, Pierce leads the league in broken tackles at 22. That's 2 more than Derrick Henry and 5 more than Nick Chubb. To put this in perspective, Chubb is around 5'11", 227. Henry is about 6'3" and 247. You want to know what Dameon Pierce is pushing? 5'10", 218. To be fair, we have seen guys like MJD, Doug Martin, and Austin Eckler have that similar ability at a short stature to break tackles and have success. It's not something new. But for Pierce, it's much more impressive in my opinion, for a reason that I find kind of hard to put into words. You know, certain players that you just look at and think, man, there isn't anything I physically think that's different about them, or anything that really stands out, or anything that makes them untouchable even. But I just love the way that they play the game. That's me with Dameon Pierce, and I feel that way about players like Amari Cooper and others. And certain guys have their own way of getting open, breaking tackles, throwing the ball, etc., that make them all the more talented. Another thing that makes him special is his vision. But not just the traditional ball carrying vision. I mean his ability to find the smallest of holes and go 0 to 60 in between those small holes. This may be pushing it, but he does remind me of a Alvin Kamara, Marshawn Lynch hybrid. Pierce is not as big and probably not as strong as Lynch, but they really look similar in the way that they play. A great example is from the show he put on just this past Thursday against Philly. I need to add, those Texans jerseys are chef's kiss. I would bring those out every week if I were Houston. Now watch this play. Patient in the hole, hits the speed, 1 cut, 1 tackle broken. Now 2, a third guy. Watch what happens when he gets to the second level. Watch this. And watch what CJ Gardner-Johnson tries to do. You can't lay this guy out. You're not going to be able to arm tackle this guy. It takes multiple people to bring him down. Where have you seen someone like this bounce off a player like they have perfect balance? It's similar to Alvin Kamara. That's what a lot of DBs do too. It's not just this guy. It's not just the Pierce. They do that to many players. They think, man, I'm about 2 inches taller, 5 pounds heavier, or about the same. I can lay this guy out no problem, and they miss the tackle. Guys look at Pierce and they underestimate his power because of his size, but that's the last thing that you should do if you're trying to tackle him, if he hasn't proved that already over the past 9-8 weeks that he's played. Another play that showcases Pierce's talents come from in the same game just a quarter later. It's a 6-yard gain, but what he did to get those 6 yards is awfully impressive. Watch him hit that jump cut. He sort of has a wide base when he runs, and that's where the Marshawn Lynch comparison comes in. He makes getting something out of nothing possible. And believe me, that's happened on plenty of his runs. He's so fast finding the smallest of holes, and once again, the first tackle is never going to get him down. It's never going to be the tackle to bring him down, trust me. Him breaking that 1 tackle is the difference between a 4-yard run and a 6-yard run, and the difference of a 3rd and short and a 3rd and medium. He does this virtually every time he touches the ball. Now for this play, we're going to go back to one of my favorite plays from him in college against the #1 Georgia defense, I may add. Tell me this doesn't look like exactly what he does in the NFL. That one cut move again, look. This is where the Marshawn Lynch comparison comes in again. It's similar to Christian McCaffrey as well, with how fast he does it. And with that comes the acceleration, and you just see him, boom, right there, off that guy. He's trying to shoulder tackle again and lay him out. This is a constant. You're seeing a pattern, and look, he drags the other defender for an extra few yards. It's just what he does, and he's been doing it since his college days. This was easily his wow play of his rookie season so far against Jacksonville, and it has everything I just talked about in one play. Look at what he just disappears. Look, in a dog pile, got out, breaks one tackle, watch his legs keep going, keep moving those high knees, and he just drags that guy. And that's something that just some guys are born with. And I can watch this over and over again. It's non-coachable. You cannot coach this kind of talent. Now, Dameon Pierce is somebody that I can say has the absolute ability to become the best running back in the league. He has all the tools. He has speed, acceleration, amazing vision, amazing balance, and he can catch the ball, which goes under the radar a little bit. He just runs angry. There's something about him that I look at every run, you just know is gonna get at least 4 yards, 3 yards. And if he does get tackled behind the line of scrimmage or gets no gain, he's not gonna do it by falling down to the first guy that touches him or anything like that. He's absolutely gonna churn and fight for a yard, an inch if he can, just because he has that power in his legs. That's the one thing that separates, I feel like, running backs like him from other running backs. Guys like Saquon, guys like Najee, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, they have that fight in their legs that they just keep going, they keep their high knees up, and they're not going to get tackled by the first guy. They just have that slippery, once again, uncoachable talent that just shows up on game day, and that's the thing that makes Pierce so special, even though he's on, once again, the worst team in the league. Yeah, so everything I just showed you is what Dameon Pierce did and does to make him one of the scariest running backs in the league behind an average O-line, and that might be pushing it. No supporting cast, straight up. There is no mistake on why he's touching the ball as much as he is and why he has won the starting job by week 3. I feel like coaches knew that he was their best running back in the preseason, but for some reason didn't fully pull the trigger on him until second half of the Broncos game, which I really can't understand why. If they give him the ball about 25 times against Indianapolis, they probably win that game. Same thing with the Broncos game, you could argue. Right now, those battle red jerseys are nice to lose in. We don't know who will be the head coach for the long term or the answer at quarterback for Houston, and if it can even be Davis Mills. Houston could very well get the first overall pick in next year's draft, and there is a bright, shiny, pocket-present, athletic freak of a quarterback playing up in Alabama, and there is no reason why they shouldn't be all in to pair him with Pierce. Their team isn't great, but it's far and away from being terrible. The one certain thing in all this, no matter what may be in line for Houston in the future, finding someone to bully opposing defenses and make them play you honest won't be a problem at all. They have a bull in the backfield, and they have every intent to use him, because you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Hands it off to Pierce. Great cutback. Pierce lost his hat, but not his mind. Touchdown! But there's a flag down. The play is dead whenever Dameon Pierce's helmet comes off. But look at that emotion that he's showing right there.
I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video. Pierce is probably my favorite running back in the league right now. If you're not following the Deep Ball on Instagram, you should. Link will be in the description. It's the best football account on Instagram. I'm not just saying that because I own it. I'm saying that because I truly believe it. So if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe, and more videos coming soon. Thank you.